Right, so I'm on another electric bike. I've got the Jin X hybrid bike. Now this is not a mountain bike, not by a long shot, but nevertheless it is an electric bike. Now it doesn't look like an electric bike, it's got a bit of a disguise by it. The battery's internal, it's built into the frame, and it drops in the bottom, so it's quite inconspicuous. It doesn't really look like an electric bike, to be honest. Do I love it? I've only had it 2 minutes, I can't tell you that yet. Can I ride it off-road? That I don't know either as well. It's not really designed for off-road, it's designed a little bit more as a hybrid, so it's a bit sort of city come sort of, I don't know, roughness like we're on at the moment. Now I'm out in the Peak District, I'm in a really sort of strange place at the moment. This is an old road, comes down past Mamtur, and yeah, there's not a lot of tarmac left, so I'm just giving it a bit of a run. I'm actually going to take it down and take it up Winnett's Pass, which is going to be a really big test for the battery. It's got a 48 volt 615 milliamp battery, I think it is, which is quite powerful. Now it's got hydraulic brakes, it's got zoom hydraulic brakes, which is really nice. It's got a lovely display that's got all the features on it. It's got your speed, your mileometer, it's got trip, it's got all your power settings. It's really good. It's got 5 power settings, 5 power assist. I've been using 1 coming down the hill, but to push myself back up I'll switch it over to 5, and it's really got quite a lot of power. It's not the standard normal torque setting that I'm used to on the other bikes that I've ridden. This has got a pedal assist, so once you start pedaling, once you get first revolution, that first turn, it really does kick in and start to sort of drag you along, so it's quite good. It's been customized. I've got a bit of a posh seat on it. I've got one of their springy soft padded seats, so I'm being a bit spoilt, to be honest. But yeah, that's first impression. It's okay. It's short, it's stocky, it's quite maneuverable, but it's going to take me a little bit of getting used to, I think. So yeah, first impressions. Let's move on down the hill a little bit more, and I'll tell you a bit more about it. Right, so this thing really does pack a little bit of a punch, to be honest. It's got a very powerful little motor to it. It certainly does want to drag me up that hill, and the biggest test is going to see if it's the longer lasting output. And when you're using it, the actual display is giving you different voltages and power outputs and percentage while you're actually riding along, so that's quite interesting. The gears are quite low, but they work okay. Right, let's make our way through this gate. So I'm back down the road now, down on proper terra firma after being along that old road up there, and that is a fantastic road. I really do need to get a couple of photographs of that, because I love that old torn up road with the landslides taking out the road. So let me see if I can remember a little bit about this. So we've got 7 Shimano gears. They work quite well. It's click, 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 click. Takes it up to 7, and I'm in level 4 assist at the moment, so I only need to be in level 1 because I'm going downhill. I did say it's quite a stocky bike. It's really quite short, and it feels quite comfortable even in this standard riding position that I've got it set in at the moment. We've got power assist. We've got 5 levels of power assist, and it's a 250 watt Bafang rear hub motor, and it's a brushless motor, so it's quite a good little motor in the back wheel, and it does power you along, and I've got to say it does actually have quite an effect when you're riding it. The disc brakes on the front and rear, disc brakes seem to be working really well, and the brakes, oh, they do stop you. They do slow you down very quickly. With them being hydraulic, they're virtually 1-finger brakes, but I always like to use 2 fingers on them if I can. This one comes with mud guards fitted. The Jin X has got mud guards, and they do take up all the, a big section of the wheel, so you're not going to get mud splatters in your face, you're not going to get a dirty backside, and you can ride through puddles without actually getting wet. So it seems to pick up speed quite well as well, and I'm only in level 1, but we're drifting downhill, and it definitely picks up some speed quite nicely, and you can probably hear by the wind in my face that we're actually up to 21 mile an hour riding down this hill. And like I say, I'm not even pedaling now, it's just going downhill nice and gracefully, and again, knowing I've got these hydraulic brakes on this very affordable bike. I think this retails at $999. All the prices will go up on the screen for you. Any information I've got for it as well will be putting up on the screen, because trying to remember things while you're riding a bike and being out on ground that's not exactly level takes a lot of doing. So this thing's also got a built-in front light as well. You press and hold the power button, and then your display comes on and shows you that it's on without actually looking at the light, which is quite nice. I'm going to head up when it's past now, which is a very steep hill. And yeah, I'm going to need some power assist for this. So we've just got a literal up and down button. We just click it once, click it twice, and away we go. We're on power level 3, and it's pulling me along. I'm not even doing anything, so I knock it back down to 1. But what this has got as well, it's got a throttle, and I can actually put my finger on the throttle, and this thing will go on its own. So with it on level 3, the power's dropped down to 49%, as you can see there. And I'm doing 10 miles an hour, which is quite nice. And I've got the distance down here on the bottom. And I've got my light on, you can see there. But with a level 3, if I knock that up now to level 5, it's going to really drag me along the road. And you'll probably see that the power output percentage starts to drop, dramatically because of the amount of power. If I go down to level 1, it means I'm putting in a lot more power to go up this hill, which is not easy, but it gives you a different sort of output. So let's get going. Let's see if we can get up this hill and see how far this thing will actually push us. So let's give it a go and see what happens. This is a very steep hill to test this on. A very steep hill. But it's doing it. It's actually doing it at the moment. I'm putting in some leg work, but it is actually pulling me up this hill. I'm not going to lie, I'm very out of breath and my legs are burning, but the power is definitely helping. I don't think I've got enough in me to get up this hill. I'm going to have to push it because I can't make it on foot, I don't think. But it's not designed for this. Not really. I'm putting it through its test. Wow, am I putting it through. I'm pushing. I'm absolutely pushing. It won't make it up the hill. Now this does have walk assist as well, which is helping me push it up the hill, but I'm absolutely knackered. Just to give you an idea how steep this thing is, I bet the camera doesn't do it any justice, does it? But that is virtually level and the road drops down. It is really steep. If I turn you around, you can see the gradient in the road there. The camera's actually level, so it's taking you down a really steep hill there and up a really steep hill up there. But the pedal assist did a good job of helping, and the walk assist, which is on the screen, is definitely helping me push it up the hill. But my goodness, it's going to take a lot of bike to get up here, and this just isn't designed for it. It's got 27-inch wheels, if that helps, 2.1s. The new bikes are going to have puncture-proof tyres, which is going to be handy if you're going to be taking it off-road at all. Like I say, this is a bit of a hybrid, so it handles a bit of off-road, and on them little slopes and ruts and creases, this is a doddle. But on something as big as this, and as steep as this, and as long as this, it just hasn't got the legs. 5-year warranty, amazing. 5-year warranty. I suppose that's parts and labour. They're a British-based company. They've been going about 1.5 years. Any links, anything I can think of whilst breathing this heavy will be in the description below. And I know this probably isn't a good advert for the bike. I'm telling you now, without this, I wouldn't have got halfway up that hill, let alone pushing it up this hill without the assistance. Can't wait to get to the top now. It's a long one, and I've wanted to walk up here for a long time. So I'm back on the top and I'm riding again. So this bike's capable of people as short in stature as 5'1", 5'4", I think, up to 6 footers. You could be 6'3", I think it is, and this seat goes up to 1 metre high, something like that. So there's quite a lot of ground clearance if you're a tall person. They reckon it's got a 75-mile range. Well, that would be obviously on power assist 1 and taking it easy on roads pretty much like this. Right, so I'm not far back from the van now, another quarter mile or so. I'll talk to you a little bit. Now I'm catching my breath. So they reckon it's got a charge time between 3 and 6 hours, obviously depending on how low the battery is going to be before you start charging it, but 3 to 6 isn't bad. It's in average with everything else. 7-speed Shimano gears, I did mention that before, didn't I? It's got a ratio of 14 to 28T. That's the teeth, the sprocket sizes, if that helps at all by any of the technical people that like to know the technical side of things. Oh, and it's downhill now, back to the van, so I'm just going to take it easy. So this bike weighs in at around, I think it's 22 kilos, a lot less without the battery. The battery actually slides in the bottom of the frame as well, as I think I mentioned right back at the beginning. Now, I've enjoyed riding this. It's really quite a nice little bike to ride. Whether I'd pick it over some of the other mountain bikes that I've been on in the past, that I don't know. But for rideability, city, street, a little bit of off-road, a couple of green lanes maybe, yeah, she's all right. She's definitely all right. And for the price, I think you could go a lot worse for the price for this, because I think getting hydraulic brakes, that 615 milliamp battery, the 48 volt, that's a lot of battery, a lot of power for the price. So I think I'm done. I think it's now time for coffee, maybe coffee and cake, and maybe even coffee, cake and biscuits. You know what I'm like, I can't resist. Ciao for now, see you soon, and please give me a thumbs up. I really need it now.